Okay, so right. Welcome to the next session of where we are studying houses now. So in the last session we have covered first and second house. Today we are going to cover house number three and house number four as to what they represent. As I said, this the whole chart, the house system and all will only tell us that how our life moves. Okay, if we understand it truly, we will come to know that okay, this is the way how a normal human life goes about. Okay, so as I said, like first house is where the child takes birth. Second house is when the family comes to see the child. After family, who comes to see the child? Okay, neighbors. Okay, after family, neighbors come to know that okay, there is a child who has taken birth in the neighborhood. So after family, neighbors come to see the child. Right? It is as simple as this. So third house represents your neighbors, your close neighbors. third. Third house represents your short distance travels. Why? Because if a child starts walking, where he will go and walk at that age? At most neighborhood, at most to the next home, right? So this is why third house is like your very short distance travels. It is from office to home, home to office. If it is going to a marketplace and coming back, it is going to a shop and coming back, going to a movie, coming back. Okay, those like short distance travels are seen from the from this third house. Third house is also communications. One of the main representation of third house is communication, but again mundane communication, not serious communications. Because again, why? The reason when the child starts talking, okay, when the child starts speaking and all, those will not be like very serious communications. He will be just be like exploring many things. What is this? What is that? And all that. So very, very like collection of information is also one of the trait or representation of the third house. Collection of information. Third house is collection of information. A child at that age collects a lot of information. He asks a lot of questions. What is this? What is that? How to use this? How to use that? Okay. So it is like collecting information. Okay. So this is like third house represents your like potential also. When the child starts walking, he starts talking, he starts realizing his potential. What other things I can do? Okay. So it is from that perspective we need to see. So it represents willpower. It represents. It is first of all. It is first of Kama house. Okay, Kama houses are 3, 7, 11. So first of the Kama house. It is Tamasic house. Okay, it is body level, just like first and second. Third house is also body level, Tamasic house, and it is also the first of Upacha house. Upacha means which grows with time, which improves with time. Because all the things which third house represents improve with time. Third house represents our communications, they improve with time. Okay. Third house, like when I write my first letter or first application or first article, it may not be like the best of the article. Okay. It may have lots of issues and all, lots of mistakes, errors and all, and when I continue to write it, then okay, fine, I will improve. So third house represents your willpower and courage. It also improves with time. More challenges you face in life, more like courageous you become. It strengthens your will and all. Third house represents your business, your self efforts. Business improves with time. One of the basic trait of a business person, of any business, is that it takes at least 2 3 years to settle down. Okay, So that is also seen from the third house. Third house represents your courage. To be a business person, you need to be courageous. Okay, you need to be taking risk. Okay, because with business you never know. Like, yeah, this month you may earn a lot, next month you may not earn anything. So it needs like courage to take the risk. The potential has to be there, so that you can take this risk of the third house of business. So this is why it is one of the Upajya house which gives results from 30 years of age. Means it is not that I need to sit up to 30 years and then automatically it will start giving the result. Till 30 years of age, I need to work hard in these areas of life. Then it will start moving, and then it is start giving the result. So it represents willpower, potential, courage, ego, and self-effort. It is the basically your expression, the way you express yourself in the world. First house is you. Third house is your expression. How you express yourself in the world is seen from the third house. That is why communication, self-efforts, traveling, collection of information, sharing of information, like business, we express through these things. Third house represents both the communications, written and oral. Okay. Understand, second house is only speech, the oral communication. Third house is written and oral. Why? The same reason. First, child starts speaking, then he starts writing. It never happened that a child first started writing and then started speaking. Okay. So that is what we can refer to. Then this third house is also business, marketing, advertisement, and communication skills. As I said, through these ways also we express ourselves. It also it represents both oral and written communications. It represents your younger siblings. Normally, like we use the word siblings, third house is siblings, but basically it represents your younger sibling, that too like immediate younger sibling, the one after you. Okay, if I had a younger sibling after me, that is seen from the third house. But if I had another younger sibling after my first younger sibling, that will be fifth house. Okay, we will know the reason when we come to the fifth house. It represents your cousins and neighbors. Okay, why? Because again, it is like very mundane communication, not serious communication. It is like chit chatting, gossiping, and all. We do these type of communications with our neighbors, with our cousins, with our younger siblings. Okay, and that is why third house is non-serious communication. If I put it rightly, it is non-serious communications. It represents your short distance travels. It represents your hands and chest area of the body. It represents your hobbies, interests, skills. Again, where you are not so serious about. A child is interested in many things. Okay, a child growing up, he wants to play cricket also, he wants to play football also, he wants to play chess also. So if like a child may have many different interests, so this is like third house. Many interests, but you are not yet serious about any interest. When it comes to the fifth house, then it becomes hobbies and passion. Fifth house represents your hobbies and passion. Third house is interest and skills. Okay, that is it. Third house is your investments. Okay, this is like a very interesting thing I always found. Third house is your investments, and 11th house is your gain. Third house is your younger sibling, 11th house is your elder sibling. There is a connection between these representations. Third house is younger sibling and investment. Okay, because you need to invest, you are supposed to invest your time in your younger sibling. When you have your younger sibling, you need to invest your time and energy in guiding that younger sibling, taking care of that younger sibling. 11th house is your gains and elder sibling. If you have an elder sibling, your elder sibling is a kind of gain for you. When you took birth and your elder sibling was already present, ready to guide you, counsel you, and put you on the right path, take care of you. So that is why third house is investment and younger sibling. 11th house is gains and elder sibling. As I said, it represents a collection of information, learning, and teaching. But again, it is not as serious teaching as the ninth house of higher education. It is like just collecting information and sharing information. I came to know about something, I started sharing. Okay, so it is like that type of thing. Um, for business oriented people, if someone wants to go into like this self efforts, entrepreneurship, sole proprietorship, like the right word is sole proprietorship, like in my case, okay, like I handle everything in my business. Like I only have one site developer who takes care of the site, but otherwise uh, at the forefront I'm doing everything. Like I'm taking classes also, I'm taking consultation also, I'm like making these sessions also, I'm writing articles also, I'm doing everything. So this is like sole proprietorship. Third house is related with sole proprietorship. There are three houses which are related with the business. Third house is sole proprietorship, self-effort. Seventh house is partnership, and 11th house is entrepreneurship. Okay, so that is the main difference between these houses in terms of business. Third house is like one person, okay, handling all of his business. Seventh house is two or more people in partnership handling a business. And entrepreneurship is like huge, like this family businesses and all, like Ambani's and all. Lots of people involved in the business and business of many things altogether. Okay, that is seen from the 11th. The third house, for someone who wants to run his own business, third house becomes the most important, as it is the house of business, self-efforts, courage, and willpower. At the same time, it is not a serious house in matters of interest and communication, as it can bring lots of fickleness and lack of focus into the person. So this house, the basic drawback is that fickleness. Okay, person is not yet serious about anything. Even if he starts business and if he lacks the focus, that business can be closed in like 6 months time period. Okay, so that is the main drawback of the third house. The seriousness factor is not there. Okay, Mars and Mercury are karakas of this house. Mars and Mercury both. Mars because of willpower, courage, okay, and Mercury because of the communications. Okay. For like in this day and age of like social media and all, someone who is a blogger and all, this is like a very important house. For someone who is into like communication, teaching and all, this is very important house. And obviously, as I said, like if someone is into like self-effort, sole proprietorship, this is the main house. This is like third house. If someone has too many plans in the third house, the person must go towards self. In the job setup, he may not get that much of success. Okay. So that is what this third house represents. Then again, if we go to the next house, fourth house. Okay. So again, if you see in the like chronological order, child took birth in the first house, second house family came to see the child, then neighbors, and now child is staying with the mother up to 4-5 years of age. Okay, mother and home up to 4-5 years of age, child is just staying with the mother. That is the whole focus. Mother and home is the world. Okay, so fourth house represents mother and home environment. Okay. It is the first of the, it is second of the Kendra house. It is first of the moksha house. Okay. Anything else? Right. And it is also a tamasic level of house. Okay. It is also a body level house. Okay. Kendra house, moksha house, and tamasic house. Right. Fourth house represents everything which is somewhere related with mother and home. Okay. So as we said that like child up to reached up to the neighborhood is started learning few things, but his focus is still mother and home. He's spending most of the time with mother or mother-like figures. Okay, in his life. Okay, it can be grandmother also. It can be mother's relative, mother side relative, and all. That is all seen from the like fourth house. Fourth house represents your homeland also. Okay, understand this thing now. First house represents your place of birth, where you took birth. Okay. Fourth house represents places around your place of birth. Okay. Like I took birth in Indore. Okay. So Indore becomes my first house. The places around Indore, or we can say the state of MP, Madhya Pradesh, is fourth house for me. Okay. As long as the culture of people is same. Okay. So if someone took birth in Amritsar, Punjab, Haryana, Delhi, because the culture of the people is very similar in that area, this whole reason will be like fourth house for him. Okay, so first house represents your place of birth, the city, the district, the village. Places around place of birth is seen from the fourth house. Okay, then it represents, as I said, mother side relatives also, or motherly figures also. Okay, mother-like figures also in life. Uh, Motherly nourishment, home environment, or motherland, homeland, as I said. Okay, it represents emotions, care, and nourishment. Okay, it represents home, private properties, real estate. Okay, home, house. Okay, if someone wants to buy land, property, and all real estate, this is like main house. Another thing is that it is a very private house. Okay, fourth house represents everything very private. Okay, it is like any private place where where only those people can enter whom you allow. It is not that whole world can enter. Okay, so like I am working from home. Okay, so this is fourth house for me. But if I is like if I buy a shop or if I rent a shop, I work from there, from that shop. That is also fourth house, because that is also a very private property. Okay, it is not that whole world can enter there. Okay, I only those people can enter whom I allow. Okay, that is it. So fourth house represents all those like very private places. So it represents operation theaters also. It represents all those places where entry is restricted. Okay, only few individuals can be allowed. Okay, so government offices or even private companies. Okay, you need to have an appointment, then only you can go there. Cantonment areas. Okay, like military cantonment areas, sensitive areas in the city and all. That is like very much like fourth house related matters. Private places where only selected few can enter. It also represents peace of mind. Okay, fourth house. If malefic planets are impacting, we will study benefic, malefic. But I'm just saying that if difficult planets are involved into like fourth house and all, this person may have very lack of peace of mind, and may find it trouble to get find his peace of mind. Intuition. Fourth house represents intuition also. It is first of the moksha houses. So some sort of a spiritual inclination starts coming in. One of the very first spiritual inclination we all get is intuition. When we think about something and that thing starts happening, then we start thinking that, okay, what is happening? What is going on? It only shows that person's spiritual evolution is happening. He is evolving to a different level, okay, of understanding things and all. So intuition is also seen from the fourth house. Conveniences of any kind, because home is the most important convenience we all need. Shelter over the head, okay, roof over the head, we all need that conveniency. So it represents other conveniences also, like I'm sitting on this chair there, this is like electricity going on. I'm using this board and everything, this best thing like this tablet and internet connection, everything which has made our life convenient. Okay, so this is why fourth house represents your vehicles also, your two wheelers, four wheelers, your ACs at home, fridge at home, whatever makes your life convenient is like fourth house. It represents your very early basic education, very early basic education. Why I'm specifically emphasizing on this point, early basic education. Education starts with the fifth house. Fifth house is the main house of education, but it is not that child directly goes to school and he gets entry there. He gets like admission and his education begins. It is not that. You have to teach something to a child even before he goes to school, at least counting, at least alphabets, at least some rhymes and poems and all. You have to teach to the child, then only he will he will be able to get the entry in the school, okay, admission in the school. So it represents very early basic education. Fourth house, who teaches all these things, like this counting or alphabets or rhymes and poems? Who teaches? People at home, mostly mother, but other people at home also teach. So fourth house not only represents mother but people at home, okay. So in that regard, family and fourth house, second house and fourth house have this similar uh, similar this representation, okay. Its stomach in the human body, local government, okay, understand that there is this national government, federal government, there is this state government, okay. There is this local government, the city mayor or city council and all that, that is seen from the fourth house, or even a state government is seen from the fourth house, okay. So that is also seen from the fourth house. Moon and Venus are the main karakas of or significator of the fourth house, as they represent similar things. Moon and Venus. Why Moon and Venus? This is like represents mother. So obviously moon becomes the karaka. Moon represents home environment also, your peace of mind also. So that is why moon becomes karaka of fourth house. Venus due to conveniences. As I said, fourth house represents our conveniences. So Venus represents our conveniences. This is why fourth house, fourth house, one of the karaka of fourth house is Venus also. Okay. So this is why Moon and Venus become karaka of this fourth house. So I think we have covered first to fourth house. In the next session, we will discuss fifth and sixth house. So uh, this is what I feel about fourth house, third house, and fourth house. Let me know your opinion, and we will meet in the next session. Thank you.